What's up, guys? This is Woolf from Scratch, and we are doing a first civilization guide. Yay! Today, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you unique ability, unit, building, and then I'm going to give my review on this thing and how I recommend you should play this. So today we're going to do the older civ. It's going to be no. No, we are doing Egypt. So let's first talk about their unique ability. It's monument builders. So as you see, 20% production towards wonder construction, and this is actually pretty amazing for that early game. They're going to really outbuild you. If you're playing as Egypt, you're going to get all those early wonders. So Statue of Zeus, Temple of Artemis, the other one. So if you're playing against Egypt, it's very hard to counter them with production. You're going to quickly get all your workers to production buildings. So even into late game, we're talking about Notre Dame, the Pentagon, all those special abilities. Egypt's got the edge on every other civilization with that monument builder's ability. The great thing about Egypt is that due to their ability, their special ability, monument builders, and we've already got that 20% production bonus towards wonders. So if you start producing liberty or adopt liberty straight away, if you start to republic, for example, or citizenship, which are about really producing very quickly, you're pretty much going to outproduce everyone, and you're going to be pretty much unstoppable. So in war, for example, you can pretty much spam your units, and you're going to oppress the enemy, which is absolutely fantastic. Similar to the German Langschnitz, except Egypt's ability comes a lot earlier. So when choosing a pantheon as Egypt, it is recommended that, depending on how you're going to play, of course, you can pick whatever culture, if you're going for culture, science, if you're going for science, but due to Egypt's already production boost, it's probably really what stands out to me as a player is that the God of Craftsmen having already a production boost. If you buy the sea, God of the Sea, and of course whatever you got nearby you, but if you pick Monument to the Gods, you're getting 35% towards the production of ancient classical wonders, and that 35% is absolutely amazing. It is. No one's going to build wonders in the early game against you. So personally, I love to do that. It's probably I'm being a little greedy when I do that, but you get so much of an advantage. So I'm going to have, what am I building here? A Temple of Artemis, which means I'm going to have more production with my range units, and I'm going to have that growth. I'll have eventually, get my thing. I'll have eventually I'll have the Statue of Zeus, which would be great if I wanted to siege cities. Yeah. And upon researching the wheel, you'll be able to get the War Chariot. Now, this unit, it's not too bad, really. It has a +1 movement point over your regular chariot, and it doesn't require horses. So, it's not bad if you're struggling for resources, or strategic resources. The horses early game are very important. Then the War Chariot's really good, and it's a great spam unit, like the German Langschnitz. So you can spam it to your like, and it's not bad. So here's our friend the War Chariot. As I said before, he gets 1 more movement point than your regular horse chariot. But apart from that, there's nothing really special about him apart from that movement. If you're in rocky terrain, then he's not, that type of unit's bad anyway. But across flat terrain, Like over here, there's a target. On flat terrain, he's very useful. That extra point is very useful, and for a range unit, it's great. So, and it's a great spam unit. So early game, if Egypt wants to go conquering, or if you want to go conquering, there's your unit. If you don't bother building archers, you've got chariot archers, which are lovely in that sense, with the extra movement point. And there we go with Egypt's monument production bonus, and also with my Pantheon wonder bonus. I've already got my first wonder. No one else has built that as well. So I'm the first one. So I am pretty much going to control the production of wonders throughout the game. Again, I go on to my next wonder. 8 turns. That's fantastic. To put it mildly, it's fantastic to have that quick. So early game, I've only done what? 34 turns. And I'm already producing wonders that quickly. I'm controlling the game, really. I'm controlling the bonuses. I'm also being a little bit greedy, but greed is good. In this case. So finally, Egypt's unique building is the burial tomb, which replaces the temple. Now, this is I think this is a top building. Seriously, you have no gold maintenance. Look, early game, when you're pressed for gold, you're not earning too much income. It's great, no maintenance. It's fantastic. It also gives 2 happiness and 2 faith. The one downside is that the burial tomb makes you a very attractive target for invasion. As you can see, should the city be captured, the amount of gold plundered by the enemy. If I'm France, for example, and if I take Thebes, Thebes, then I'm going to gain more gold than I normally would. So that's your downside, and that makes it sort of pins a target on your head when playing as Egypt. On the head, it's really good, and that happiness allows you to get early expansion. So there we go. There's the ability, unit, and building of Egypt. Now, what I think of Egypt, I think the happiness from that burial tomb is fantastic, leads to great expansion, and then that if you're going to play culturally, that excess happiness can then be converted into culture with the use of the piety tree. Yes, I know I'm on Gods and Kings, but I'm pretty sure in Brave New World they've still got a similar culture, social tree. The War Chariot is a great early game spam unit. Thus, you can get rid of your enemies. Babylon! Using the high production base that we have. I personally recommend when you get your Pantheon, you enhance your own production bonuses with either the plus production with 3+ citizens, or once, like I did, you get the plus 15% production towards ancient and classical wonders. Using that, you'll really get control over who builds the wonders, which will be huge. Due to this, Egypt's pretty good for all the projects, whether Manhattan, Apollo, Utopia, and the United Nations. And in that early game, due to the production, if you're playing against Egypt is very difficult to keep pace with production-wise. Therefore, get your workers straight away to getting production-based stuff, such as quarries, mines, all that kind of stuff, etc. Downside of Egypt, the burial tomb, which is fantastic for happiness, makes you a really appealing target for conquest, thus puts a little target on your head. So thanks guys for watching. That is Woolf out, and that's my guide for Egypt in Civ 5. Thanks for watching. Woolf out.